This is the famous artist Joan Miró. He was born in Barcelona, Spain in 1893 and died in Majorca, Spain in 1983. He was friends with Pablo Picasso, who influenced his art a great deal, like in this painting called The Farm, which is a memory that Miro had of a farm that his family used to go to when he was a young boy. You can actually go see this painting here in Washington, D.C. at the National Gallery of Art. Miro was a surrealist. Surrealists made art based on fantasy and dreamlike worlds. Miro was interested in vast expanses like the sky and the ocean and all things from the natural world. Miro sought the purity and simplicity of children's art in his own work. Not only did Miro make paintings, but he was also a sculptor. This sculpture is here in Washington, D.C., and he also made ceramics, vases, plates, and tiles. He used these tiles to make enormous murals that can be found all over the world. In his life, Miro made 2,000 paintings, 500 sculptures, 400 ceramics, 5,000 drawings, and 1,000 prints. Okay, folks, let's get ready to roll a Miro. You'll need a pencil, an eraser, a clear container with one die in it, and eventually you'll need a Sharpie. On your picture, in the left-hand column under Roll-a-Miro are 6 different results of rolling a dice. You are going to put the cap on your jar, and whatever number you end up with is the number illustration you're going to make. I rolled a 6, and in the first column under large shapes, there's that foot shape thing. That's what I'm going to draw. So I've got a lot of paper here. I think that first shape I'm going to draw pretty large in pencil. Now onto the stars column. I got a 5. That means I'm going to go down to 5 in the stars column, and just wherever it looks right to me, I'm going to draw that shape in. Large, small, however I feel. So now I've got those 2 shapes onto the eyes. Shake, shake, shake. Number 3, there's that arrow looking thing. So your shapes, when you draw them, can be large or small. Work around your page so that you cover the whole surface of your drawing. Once you get to the end of your columns, go through the rotation again. Now I've got my large shape again. I'm going to, I don't know if you noticed that I turn the paper in a different direction so I can get a new viewpoint as I work, which is always a good idea when you're doing an abstract image like this. You can overlap your shapes. You can repeat a shape if you really like it, like this crescent shape. I feel like I want to just add a bunch of those. And I've decided to start coloring in the dark areas just a little bit with my pencil so that I can get an idea of some of the contrasts. Are you keeping up? I'm in my second rotation and I am working on stars. Now eyes, it's that big olive kind of shape. Now lines. There's my curly cue. Then I've got small shapes, things that fly, and one more extra. And sometimes I like to repeat the shapes a few times. See those bird shapes? I think I did them 3 times. At this point, it's kind of like artist's choice. If you feel like you want to repeat some of those shapes, look around your picture, decide how you want to add some final touches, and then you're done. You guys, I'm so sorry. I got so into doing this drawing that I didn't realize that I accidentally cut off part of the picture while I was recording. But you all are very smart cookies and you can dope it out. I don't think you are going to lose that much information from it. So now, once your picture is all done, you are going to trace your shapes and darken any um, circles or doodads that you think you need to snazz it up. You're going to see that as I trace, I might not always stick exactly to the shape that I drew. Some of my lines get a little bit wigglier and rounder, maybe more exaggerated. Maybe I add a couple of extra lines. Once I'm done with the general design, I go back in with my eraser and clean up all those pencil lines. And now it's time for a little bit of line weight, a little bit of pizzazz. Did you see my little happy dance with my hands? I was so happy when I finished this tracing and I saw how beautiful the drawing was. So now I'm going to add a little bit more oomph by emphasizing some of the lines, thickening them, and creating variety and contrast using thicker line weight. And you can see how that activates the drawing a little bit, adds more pop and more interest. Don't go too crazy with this. You really just want to emphasize because eventually we are going to go in with color. And that's right, folks. I did color in some of those smaller shapes. I'm in love with this and I can't wait to see what you come up with. I think you're really going to love this.